Hello everybody and welcome to the Sonic Boom Commentaries. I'm Kevin and hello to you if you're listening on the podcast or alternatively you're watching the video on Last Minute Continue. Joining me today we have Jamie, head of the Sonic Show.
Hello, I have nothing funny to say today.
Yes. Well, that was him done then. We have Donnie from pretty much the entirety of the community at this point.
Sure, I guess I'll just go along with it and just say hi.
No, seriously, what is it? TSSZ?
I do stuff for TSSZ, I do stuff for Sonic Paradox, I do stuff for Sonic Show, I do stuff for Tails Channel, I do stuff for
Sonic
Twitter.
Paradox.
But basically, Donnie at this point is just like the inheritor of the fan base from me and Scarred Sun and T-Bird and Dreadnoughts, basically. And
I mean,
it is now yours. Run with it. Be free. Don't put it on eBay.
Be free and just give your fingers a nice funeral after all the articles you've written in the past week. But
yeah. We also have Tanner, of course.
Hello, I'm here away from Monster Hunter. I know it's crazy, but my DS is dead. That's all.
You actually. Oh, so that's the only reason you put it down.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Okay. However, along with these three, we're also joined, very specially, by somebody who was involved in Sonic Boom, and of course still is. And that is Mr. Mike Pollock, voice of Dr. Eggman. Hello, sir!
Oh, wow, this is just like listening to the podcast at home, except I can't skip the boring bits. Hi!
Hi, Mike. No dim sum for you next time. Right.
So much.
Okay. So, yes, hi. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. What an honor. I guess.
So Mike, what have you been involved in recently that you can tell us about? Because obviously, what people tend to forget is you're not just Dr. Eggman.
Right. Well, there's this little show called Sonic Boom, but most of the hard work of that is done. A couple of fixes, because as the shows progress, they figure, we can't possibly say that. Come back in. So a few recent fixes to the show, possibly other things involved in the franchise that I can't discuss, of course. Mm-hmm. But let's see. Over there, you can apparently watch a show called Super 4, which is based on the Playmobil line of toys. Some of my New York friends and I are in that. I've done some recent online adverts for such household names as Pepsi, perhaps you've heard of it. The Brother P-Touch labeling system. There's one that's not yet been released for a well-known chain of bowling alleys here in the States. As soon as that is available, check my various social media channels when I promote the heck out of it. And other weird foreign dubs of shows that probably shouldn't have been done, but they had me do them anyway.
Excellent. So busy.
Oh, yes, whenever possible. Yeah. Obviously not right now, which is why I'm here. But you know...
Hello?
Yellow.
So, but you know, and then held it.
I was doing that for comic effect. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Hold for laughs. Oh, wait, there aren't.
I missed the applause button going on.
The joys of Skype.
Right, so, obviously, this episode is a very special episode in a way because it's you, but you voicing your character, but as another character.
Mm-hmm. An interesting challenge, to say the least. There was much discussion when the scripts came out, because we got the scripts the day before, and I, being the organizing member of the cast, will take the script and highlight it. And among the notes in the script, which I'm just pulling up now, I suppose I could have done that earlier, but for the first line after I won't spoil the brilliant dramatic details, but as soon as the big switch happens, we see in the note, just says Sonic voiceover, Sonic, Eggman's voice and body. And then for the Eggman lines, it says Eggman, Sonic's voice and body. And my obvious question was, am I reading the Sonic lines? Am I reading the Eggman lines? And once we got into the session the following day, the director, the lovely and talented Jack Flesher, was also saying the same thing. So who's reading what lines? But our crack production team, executive producers, Bill Freiberger and Evan Bailey, said, yep, Mike is reading the ones that say Sonic, and Sonic is reading, or Mike is reading the ones that say Eggman, Sonic's voice, and I don't know what it was. No, Mike is reading the ones that say Eggman's voice and body.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes. Line 36 in your scripts, Sonic, Eggman's voice and body. So, yes, where it said Eggman's voice and body, it would be me instead of just where it would say Eggman. So, once we got that straight, we were able to make some sense out of the way the episode played out.
This is like opposite day on, like, to the extreme.
Yes, exactly right.
Absolutely, it is the body swap episode, the vice versa, the Freaky Friday, whichever you like to compare it to. So yes, you mentioned. Sorry, Mike, you're saying?
No, not that it hasn't been done before, but it hasn't been done this well before.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
There we go. But very genuinely so, because there was kind of nuanced in the way that you were delivering. Both you and Roger were delivering the lines, but we'll get onto that a bit later. I think.
Yes.
You mentioned Bill, and of course
he's good.
He's good. Yes, indeed. And it wouldn't be the pre-show, would it, guys, without the Freiberger's feedback,
Nope.
which we really should have some kind of jingle for by now.
We can't afford that.
We can't afford a jingle. No.
Nope.
That doesn't.
Trying to sing.
Boopity boop boop.
There we go.
There, just edit that in retroactively for everyone we've done so far. That shouldn't be hard, right?
Boopity
That's
boop
fine, that's
boop.
easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Tanner. Do you need royalties for that? Or
No.
don't
I'll
answer that
make
question.
Make it open source. Anyone can use it in the world.
Open source. Oh, good grief. Right. We'd also actually had some feedback from the last episode as well, guys. So we'll go for that. But the stuff from Bill. First of all, there is already a Freiberger beer, which we kind of knew because all his avatars are that can. But but yes, and most of the posts that I see from Bill relate to alcohol in some way.
Bill Freiberger, ladies and gentlemen.
Bill Actually, what was the one there was something he posted earlier, actually, like earlier in the week, which was I just picked up some Belching Beaver peanut butter milk stout at Costco. Clearly that should be Fastidious Beaver peanut butter milk from Eggmart or something.
Absolutely.
I'd be surprised that doesn't appear in the show at some point now.
Speaking of things that are happening on social media, I'll take this opportunity to give a shout out to Sonic fan Kevin Beaver. Yes, that's his name. And I found him posting in one of the online groups, and I said, if you would change your name to Fastidious Beaver for a day, I'll send you a coffee. And he would have done it too if Facebook doesn't insist on a 2-month commitment to name changes. But I sent him a coffee anyway and gave him a hefty shout out because I appreciated his commitment.
That's pretty
Because if your last name is Beaver, you should be Fastidious Beaver. I'm just saying. But go on. Enough about me.
It must be terrible to have a name that rhymes with beaver.
Well, Jerry Mathers made quite the career out of it, but that's another matter.
I think it's weird that people would change their name to match characters that aren't fictional. Who would do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would do that, Jamie Eggman? Okay, so including clarification of Evan Bailey, who Mike mentioned earlier, is my partner as the showrunner for Sonic Boom. He and I are equally responsible for the show being what it is, so I share the blame with him.
How noble.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, and there was more about the musical episode, which we've seemed to have been discussing for a couple of weeks now, on and off, which was, if there is going to be a musical episode, and I can neither confirm or deny that there will be, every speculation you've made about it is, theoretically, in brackets, incorrect. To to which I responded with, when has anything we've said been technically correct in our assumptions? But yes. Now, Donnie.
Hi.
You spotted something this week, which could potentially be related. I'm sure Mike won't be able to tell us anything about any rumoured episode, naturally enough. But you spotted something about an episode coming up, which may be or may not be.
Yeah, I actually caught this just within the past 12 hours or so. I did discover that apparently one of the upcoming episodes, in fact the first episode that will be premiering in March, which I believe is March 7th, will be, and I believe this episode was called How to Succeed in Evil Without Really Trying. And I immediately caught, like, the title immediately struck a chord with me because I thought, that sounds a lot like the musical How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
I've done that show twice.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have. But from twice. Thank you very much.
Hey, there you guys go.
Home. Thank you.
I need an applause button.
Well, let's see. We need a jingle, which we got. Will Tanner supply us the applause as well?
I don't think one person applauding really has that much of an effect, personally. I mean, I only have 4 limbs, as we previously established.
Mild applause is the best kind of applause.
Well, yeah, no, that's great. But
yeah, like I immediately took that as, is that a reference to it's a reference to a musical, and considering I remember how Dude, Where's My Eggman really did spoof the movie Dude, Where's My Car quite a lot, more than I expected actually. I wondered, could this episode actually be the musical episode we've been speculating on? But of course, we may not know until the episode actually premieres. So.
Darn you, passage of time. Why do you have to be so timely?
I hope there's a musical episode, whether it be in this current lineup or future run.
Well,
I can safely point out, without breaking any agreements, as there are always musical bits in numerous episodes. The famous dishwashing song that I'm sure we're all familiar with. Mm-hmm. This episode actually has a brief little musical moment, which, pulling back the curtain, I sang it a cappella during the recording session, purely making up a tune in my head, and was surprised to find that it was scored quite nicely. They put a little musical score under that. I said, well, how about that? So, music is definitely not overlooked in this show.
If you would like further examples of Mike singing, go to itsamike.com and you'll be able to find a show reel in amongst his works of parody songs and other things. And there's Lizzie on YouTube, of course.
It's a classic.
Absolutely.
By the way, I'm looking at the script for How to Succeed in Evil Without Really Trying. And that's all I'm saying. So, yes, the script does exist. That's all I say.
That's good.
Confirmed from Mike Pollock HQ. He has a script.
Confirmed entire episode wasn't ad-libbed.
Yes. In fact, here's what I'll tell you. It has 127 lines of dialogue. I've spoiled it now. Thank you.
There'll be one fan out there who'll now count.
That may not survive the editing process.
Exactly.
It was 107 lines of dialogue.
There will be that one fan that counts every single line and then proceeds to tell Mike every single line on his Facebook page.
Yes, exactly. And it's spread over 13 pages for your trivia nuts. And it's most interesting that the show is obviously captioned in France, because it's all with the fine European spellings of color and labor and favorite and
the
stuff.
correct way to spell it.
Thank you very much. Yes. And it's interesting that the dialogue doesn't quite match what we say. Except for all the spellings, which are completely European. But interesting trivia.
Okay, so what else did we have? Oh, we did have a lot of feedback from people on a number of the videos and also on the website, sonicboomcommentaries.com, which of course you can go to and listen to the podcast version of this and leave comments, which will be seen by us, as proved by the following from Yellow Star. Always look forward to these. You guys talk a lot about shadow plots and ideas for him. But what about Metal Sonic in the show? Looking forward to the next week. I think we've only sort of mentioned him because we've mentioned him 2 weeks in a row, really. But guys, Metal Sonic ideas as a
really a speaking character, is it?
No, there really isn't that much personality to Metal Sonic, so there really isn't that much they could work with compared to Shadow, which is probably why we talk about Shadow so much. But
does Metal Sonic is Metal Sonic the Metal Sonic that can speak in Boom, or is he silent Metal Sonic?
He's silent.
Oh, he's silent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in Rise of Lyric, he was just beeping and booping like he does in the main series nowadays. Yeah,
a bit of a beep boop, but I don't know. He's lovely. Nothing wrong with Metal Sonic, but I would have thought, because they're quite big characters, I don't know they would just suddenly throw them in.
Yeah.
They might, but catch us all off guard.
But yeah, Yellowstone is right. He's an existing character in the Boom universe, so there is at least potential for Metal to come in. But if he doesn't speak, and obviously he doesn't exactly have a face that moves, so we can't.
One day, Eggman could just open him out of a closet that he has lying around.
He might be there. There might be, who knows? There might eventually be an episode where, I don't know, Styx stumbles across him, reprograms him to be her butler or something, and then everything goes on from there. But
Buster Mark II.
Okay. Random pop question: Metal Sonic or Cowbot?
Cowbot.
Cowbot would win.
Cowbot would win. Cowbot would just take a very, very, very long time. Oh dear. Right, other feedback. Lemanic89 says, more women on this podcast, please. Invite either Gabs Gold or Vertikins.
Hello, I'm Melody. Sorry, that just helped.
There you go.
Thank you.
Excellent. We haven't
met our quota now, it's fine.
Hey, Ella's commentating over Sonic Boom. How about that?
This show needs to be cleaned up because I'm a maid, and that's what I would do to it. Thank you. Good night. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only. But Manic, we'd love to. Unfortunately, it just so happens that
wasn't Kat on the last episode?
Kat, that's the thing. They're commenting on the episode that Kat was on, which so we do have Kat Double Cross from LMC. There's True from LMC who may appear sometime. It's not something we're against. It just so happens that the majority of the main Sonic Show team is male. But yeah, I mean there will be more guests.
I mean, we could bring in my mom and sister for a part. I don't know.
That sounds like the most awful thing ever. Let's never do that.
I look forward to the Tanner's Relatives React series. What are we gonna get? Oh god. Also, one thing in relation to the book. You guys remember the book from the last episode that we were sort of wondering what that was about. According to ZRed99 or ZRed99, depending on where they are, that book Sonic was reading was his autobiography. Faster Than You Is My Middle Name. It was a trophy you could unlock in the 3DS game Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like that.
The Morlan also commented on a different video entirely, actually. Also commented that Amy was apparently reading it in Translate This as well.
It's a good read.
So go back to that episode and watch it again. Which, if you're in America, you can do so on Cartoon Network on demand, I believe. Is that not right, Mr. Mike Pollock?
What was the question? I was zoning out. Like I say, I can't skip ahead in this live recording. What was the question?
It was if you want to rewatch previous episodes of Sonic Boom, you can do so on Cartoon Network on demand. Is that correct?
Yeah, for about a month back they go. So they're not there in perpetuity, but they are there for about 30 days.
30 days. Oh.
Yeah, they're usually, so now there's about 4 episodes on demand there, yes.
Okay, that's everything involved in that. So let's get on then. and move on to the actual commentary itself and the episode.
Good.
I know, boy, what an episode it was.
I could read along with the script. I just might.
Everyone have their episodes at the ready.
Yeah, episodes at the ready. Okay. So I'll just I'll go 3, 2, 1, click, and then obviously click and start. Okay, I've got 3, 2, 1.